Hi, my name is Magnar Nordahl. I'm an ATR captain and instructor, and this is my second update about my new job. If you have seen my previous videos, you will know that I'm living in Bangkok in Thailand and that I have been in the United States to get a COVID-19 vaccine. I'm now at my second destination, and before I reveal where it is, I will talk a bit about my travel so far. It includes a lot of paperwork because of COVID-19. There are many travel restrictions. I booked a ticket with Korean Air from Bangkok to New York via Seoul, and in order to travel you of course need a COVID test, a laboratory report, and I also asked for a fit to flight certificate, which I didn't need, but I didn't know it at that time. With that in place, I also needed an extended insurance for my travel, and because my visa to my final destination was delayed a day, I had to rebook my ticket. And that meant, so I contacted Korean Air, but they say, sorry, we don't have the low price offer anymore. So changing the travel date will cost a lot more. So I canceled that ticket and they returned the money. And I booked with the Emirates because they had still a good price. And I also had to rebook my hotel. I couldn't change the arrival date, so I had to cancel the hotel booking and book it again, just with another arrival date. It's a bit strange, but okay, that's how it works. And when I checked in Bangkok, they asked me for ESTA. I was thinking, ESTA, what's that? I was not aware of it. But there is an it stands for Electronic System for Travel Authorization. And I was not aware of it. I was thinking I have an electronic chip in my passport, showing this symbol, but that was not enough. But thankfully, you can apply with your phone online, and you answer a lot of questions, give your contact information, you confirm you're not a terrorist and you're not sick. And it took 1 hour from the application sent until I got a positive reply. But in the meanwhile, they closed the check-in in Bangkok. So the solution was to give me a boarding pass for the first stop, Dubai, and then I can check in again from Dubai. And I had 3 hours stop there, so there will be no problem. And another thing, especially for pilots working in Thailand, is you need, when you arrive in Thailand, you receive arrival and departure card, which you fill in your address, etc. And since I was flying international routes out of Thailand, they took my card. And every time I crossed the border as a pilot, I showed them a form called the General Declaration. And I had to keep one copy of my last arrival into Thailand, which is dated in March 2020. So I had to show that at immigration, and finally I was on my way. And arriving in Dubai, I had to go through immigration, pick up my bag and go back to check-in. And before check-in, there was a big check of all my documents and answer some questions. And after that, I got my boarding pass and I was on my way to America. The flight from Bangkok to Dubai was at night, and it was a full flight, and it's not easy for me to sit and sleep in an economy class seat, even it's very comfortable. But on the flight from Dubai, it was almost empty. I got a seat row for myself, I get some sleep and rest, and the service was also very good. Arriving in New York, you will expect to be given a lot of questions again, but as long as you have your hotel reservation and your return flight, there were no further questions for me. I got to the hotel, I got some sleep, and I wake up early in the morning, of course, because from Bangkok to New York, there are 11 hours time difference. So I wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. But that was okay, because on my destination I am now, that would be a pretty good time to wake up for the body clock. Okay, so I spent a few days in New York. I got the vaccine, and I spent another 2-3 days just to make sure I didn't get any reaction from the vaccine, which I didn't. I had a slight headache the first morning. Apart from that, I feel good. And I also bought a new laptop because my old one started to fall apart. So it was an opportunity to buy it there. All that in place, I was ready to travel to my next destination, and I will travel via Madrid. So I had a ticket with Iberia, and traveling out in the United States, you need a new COVID test, which was given free at the airport, and then you need to register to Spain travel authorities and get a QR code. I printed it out just to be sure I had it. Even in transit, you need this document. And going to France, which was my next destination, first I had to wait 5 hours in Madrid, and then I fly a short hop over to Toulouse. And for France, you need to sign a paper, you declare you are not sick, and fill another form, which I didn't collect, with more contact information, but I didn't bother about it. Okay, that was traveling to Toulouse. And France has COVID restrictions, so normally you will go into quarantine when you arrive. But because of my training, I go to ATR here in Toulouse. They arrange what they call a safe corridor. So there is a special transportation from the airport. So they clean the bus extra well, and I stay at Airbus Leadership University, which is a campus. It's like a hotel, there's a restaurant here, but I'm not allowed to leave this area. I have to stay inside this area. But it's like staying on a normal hotel. And tomorrow, that will be 23rd, is that correct? I'm a bit confused with the dates. But anyway, tomorrow I will go to the simulator, and first there will be 3 hours CBT covering 1/3 of the systems. So for me it will be the pneumatic system, the air condition, the fuel, the hydraulic and DC electric system. There will also be a repetition of severe icing procedures, pilot incapacitation, and recovery from unusual attitudes. So we start with the CBT on an iPad for 3 hours. Then there will be lunch, and then there will be a briefing, 4-hour simulator, and a debrief. In all, 10 hours, and then back to hotel for dinner and sleep. And the same the next day, except that there will be also a written test about the systems, and the simulator session is a skill test. Sorry, proficiency check, that's the correct word. And that means I will take the opportunity to revalidate my rating as well. Okay, that's all so far. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon again, somewhere in the world. So until then, have a wonderful day and happy landing.